Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys the tomato plants that I got growing in these containers, and specifically the Romas, because the Romas have been doing really nice, and because we really want to grow a nice amount to harvest and hopefully can this year, we grew quite a bit. So as you can see, we have a lot of Romas on these plants and they're looking really good. I'm really impressed with how they're producing so far. So my main focus now is to produce as much energy to go up to all these tomatoes. But before we get into that and show you what I'm going to do to prune, let me give you a quick update on the rest of the plants. So let's go take a look. Alright, so take a look at one of our eggplants. These are the black beauties and they're looking really good. Alright, so these are the shallots, and as you can see, they're looking really nice. They're growing very well. I'm really happy with them so far. We didn't have to top these, so these have the top still on them. The yellow onions, which we did top, they're over there. They're doing okay. They're growing slowly but surely. And we did add some fish emulsion in here just to give them a little extra growing energy. So pretty happy with that. And over here we have the eggplants. Eggplants are doing really nicely. This is one that is growing as of now, and we've been able to keep these bugs. The beetles are the biggest problems right now, and we've been basically just trying to take each beetle like this, and you put them in a jar of soapy water, and just throw them in there. That's the easiest way to deal with it. You can see another one over here. And you go. And over here we have another eggplant growing. Probably hard to see. So yep, they're growing. Alright, so these are the baked potatoes that we have growing. This one is pretty much done. The foliage is pretty much all died down. I did cut off the last of it. These guys are a little bit further behind, but we're not watering them anymore. Once they get to about 80% yellow, you really need to stop watering them, and then I'll probably have to cut them down very soon, just a little bit, so that they really dry out, and we'll see how they do. So far so good, guys. Alright, so over here in this section, guys, these are my big tomato plants, meaning that they are my tomato slicers. These are tomatoes that I specifically like for eating with sandwiches, or maybe I'll saute them a little bit, but I like them in slices. And they're really not meant for keeping for jarring with. You don't make a sauce out of them. They're a little bit too on the watery side, not like the plums. They're more meaty, and they're really good for making sauces. So over here, for example, we have, this is a Cherokee Purple, and they're doing really well. They're growing really nice. We got some decent size on some of these. We already harvested a couple of these, so they're slow coming. I didn't want to plant too many of them because one thing I don't like is having too many tomato plants sitting around, or too many tomatoes sitting around, because before you know it, you have a whole lot of tomatoes in your house, and then the fruit flies start, and yeah, we don't like that. So let me show you the peppers though. They look really nice. Alright, so in this section we have the sweet peppers that we've been growing, and I'm not sure if you guys remember, we're growing Euros, Caibi, I think it's pronounced. Something Kayobi. Age of Arsky, and the lunch boxes.
You say Euros or lunchbox? Well,
Euros and lunch boxes. But they're looking really good, guys. So I'm gonna have you guys come in over here and take a look at all the production we have. So you got peppers up here.
I don't think I can see it. I don't know. Oh, there we go.
So all the peppers down here. So these guys are looking really nice, really plentiful. These guys are still slowly coming. These I think are the lunch boxes. But over here we have, I think these are the Age of Arskis. I'm not 100% on that, but I mean, these peppers are loaded. So yeah, really happy with how they're growing so far. We still got a long way to go, but we're planning on definitely freezing a lot of peppers because we cook with a lot of peppers. sweet peppers and even hot peppers. So let me show you that next. Alright guys, so these are the hot peppers that we're growing, the only variety of hot peppers that we're growing. So we got them pretty far away from the sweet peppers because I want to make sure that they don't cross-pollinate, and then we get spicy ones with our sweet ones. So this is a cayenne pepper that we're growing, and as you can see, there's like all over the place. I mean, they got them all sizes. Look at this one. They're not ready yet, but they're definitely getting there. They're growing, and I'm glad I super cropped these. I pulled off the tops, pulled all the flowers off, so they can really produce and get bigger in size. So yeah, and then I had I put some stakes here. I'm going to put some string around them to give them some more support. But I mean, yeah, they're just growing. Look at these guys right here. Beautiful. So yeah, this is going to be our hot pepper harvest this year. All right, guys, these are the sweet peppers. I mean, sweet potatoes. Sorry. And we got 3 pots growing with the sweet potatoes, and they vine out pretty much all the time, so I'm constantly just trying to keep them twirled in the box so they don't spread all over the place. I'm not going to get too much out of this, but you know, just for now, for our first time trying this, it's not bad. And check out this zucchini. I mean, the zucchinis and squash are doing amazing. As a matter of fact, I let this one get too far for harvesting this rounding ice over here, and if you can come, look how big that is. That's a nice big size. And I normally don't like them that big, so I'm going to cut this off now. Should have harvested yesterday, but yeah, that's pretty decent size, guys. Real nice. And let's see over here. We have the zucchinis over here. They're still been growing. We've been harvesting out of them for the last week and a half. They got a couple more growing. And just so you know, I have fed this also with some fish emulsion, and I've been cutting off the anytime I see these yellow leaves going bad, I cut them off. And what I mean by cutting them off, I come all the way down to the bottom, and see if I can get it here. Here's one right here. So let's see if we can get that. So I want to cut it off by the stem. See that hole? You don't want to cut it here and then that hole remain there, because then bugs will be wanting to go in there. But yeah, he's got to go. And that, I think I'm gonna get that zucchini too while I'm at it. Yeah, keep harvesting your zucchinis. Another way they'll keep producing more and more. You don't want to get them too big. Yeah, because if they get too big, it'll suck all the energy out of the plant, and then you won't get as much. So, yep. This is the other rounding ice. Yep, there's one growing in there already. And I don't know, I think I might take this one too, guys. Yeah, that's more the size you want to harvest them at. You know, this is a day and a half too late. We did get a huge rain, so when you get those huge rains, you know, keep your eyes open because they will grow overnight. All right. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys this because I want you to see what the difference is when you start pruning all your leaves from the bottom, so that all the energy can go up to these all your tomatoes. And this is a Varoma Russian Big. So I'm really curious to see how these guys do. So yeah, you basically just want to clean all this stuff off the bottom. See over here, I still have some more that really needs to be cleaned off. Anything on the bottom, you know, you really don't need. It's just extras. That way when you're watering, you can come in here, you can water really easily, and you don't have too much moisture creating a problem. But anything that you see with dead leaves on it, like that, you want to pull off. So let me go to the other side and show you an example, that one I haven't gotten to yet. So as you can see, guys, here, I didn't prune this one back. because I wanted to show you an example of what it looks like before I do that. So as you can see here, you have a lot of these things, the leaves pointing downwards. Those are going to be the first ones to go, especially if they're yellow and dying already. And they're really easy to take off. If you look at here, you can see the direction. It's kind of going in like this, so the armpits over here. And I normally just go the whatever direction's gonna make it snap, which is the opposite. Usually if it's curling over here, I keep going and snaps right off. Alright, and so anything below this level, I'm gonna take off. Stuff like this is a good example. Now you could take this isn't the same thing as these leaves. These are suckers. You can actually plant another tomato with that, but because we're so far in the game now, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to take this one off. This is where you need cutters. Better off. Don't have my cutter with me. So you can literally take that, cut it, trim it a little bit more, plant it in the ground, keep it in the shape for a couple days, and it'll bounce back and ready to grow. So as you can see, it's all cleared out from the bottom here. I'm gonna do the same thing to the next one, but you get the idea. Now all the energy can go right up to the fruit. As you can see, I mean, this is a huge one right here. Not sure if you guys can see that. The size of this guy. What kind is this? Which one is a giant paste? So yeah, that's a giant paste, all right. Alright, so that's it for today. Just wanted to show you what I'm doing, how everything is growing. So I can't make any complaints. You know, there has been some losses with some of the other tomatoes. I think we lost one of the black crims. We only got one out of it. I probably should have let it grow a little bit more foliage, but you know, because we're only growing a handful of tomatoes, you know, for fresh eating, I'm not going to be worried about it. So this is the stuff I really want to make sure it grows really well, so we can hopefully keep our fingers crossed and get enough to do some canning. So stay tuned for that, guys. Until then, keep doing your thing out there, keep growing, stay cool, stay happy, stay positive, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.